and Sports History Collector. Today we are featuring a special G-Day episode of Athletes at War, World War II, Episode 6. So far we have exclusively featured baseball players, but today we are featuring pro football player Pete Pihos. Pihos played professional football as an end in the NFL for the Philadelphia Eagles from 1947 to 1955. While with the Eagles, he helped the team win back-to-back NFL championships in 1948 and 1949. He was selected 6 times to play in the Pro Bowl, 1950 through 55, and 6 times as a first-team All-Pro, 1948, 1949, 1952 through 1955. During his career, he was one of the NFL's leading receivers. In 1969, he was named to the NFL's 1940 All-Decade Team and inducted into the Pro Football Hall of Fame in 1970. As great as his Hall of Fame career was, Mr. Pihos will be remembered also for his service to his country during World War II. Pihos served in the United States Army during World War II from 1944 to 1946 in the 35th Infantry Division under George S. Patton's Tank Division. He took part in the D-Day campaign, the liberation of France, and the Battle of the Bulge. Commissioned as a second lieutenant on the battlefield, he was awarded the Bronze Star and Silver Star medals for bravery. He was quoted in a documentary film as always caring for the men who served for him. A fun story is that 75 years after the war, and about 10 years after Mr. Pihos passed away, a woman was walking in the forest near her home in Fontainebleau, France, when she came across Pete's lost dog tag. She was able to contact the U.S. State Department, and to make a long story short, she contacted Pete's daughter and returned him to her. A nice surprise for sure. We're showing here today a goal line art card of Pete Pihos, also known as a GLAC. For those of you that are unfamiliar with these cards, think Perez Steel. They're kind of the equivalent, the football equivalent. And love these cards. They're more like paintings. And they, quite frankly, they remind me a lot of the early 50s and mainly early 50s Bowman cards. And my goal is to get as many of the goal line art cards signed. Pete has signed it across the white part of his pants there in black pen. Normally, I would prefer it to be more of a Sharpie, but actually it shows up pretty nicely there, so I'm actually quite fine with that. Anyway, we'll be doing a later video on the goal line art cards in general, but for now, if anyone is interested in these cards, you can go over to a Collector's Dreams channel, and he has got an outstanding, probably the best I've ever seen, of goal line art cards that are signed, well over 200 that are signed, including many hard find ones. One of the nice things about when these goal line art cards came out, which was, I want to say 89 or 90, I'll have to double check that, there were still a lot of players that were alive, and so you could get a lot of them signed. A lot of these tough old football players, they lived a long time, and then you add in the toughness of being in World War II, like Pete Pihos, and he was a tough guy, definitely. So that's all for today for the D-Day invasion special of Athletes at War. Hope you enjoyed it, and we'll talk to you soon.